What is going on, guys? It is Vital here to bring you a brand new Call of Duty commentary. The gameplay you're seeing is a match of clan versus clan in Call of Duty Ghosts on Sovereign Domination. I did very well in the first half especially. I ended up dropping over 30 kills, so it's pretty good gameplay. Before I get into the topic of this video, I want to address the amount of competitive Call of Duty content that's been on my channel. Recently I've been posting a lot of game battles, gameplay, and stuff like that, and that's because my dream is to be a professional Call of Duty player. That's one of my dreams, and that'd be really cool if I could do that. So I have to practice a lot. I have to grind it out. Even though Ghosts is really bad, I'm not going to be competing in any more tournaments or any tournaments for Call of Duty Ghosts. I still want to have that competitive mindset going into Advanced Warfare, so that's why I continue to play game battles on Ghosts. Just trying to get better, trying to get smarter as a player. So that's why you're seeing so much competitive for me. Probably going to continue doing the competitive, so I hope you guys like it. And today, I'm going to be actually talking about the recent Call of Duty event that was held by UMG. It was UMG Dallas. It was a really, really crazy event. Evil Geniuses was the top team, pretty much, and they were not competing at this event. So that left a bunch of options for other winners. If we date back to X Games, however, Optic Gaming won X Games, then EG won Anaheim, then NV won Gfinity. So it was pretty much anyone's game. EG before X Games was on a tear. They had not lost a tournament in a very long time. I don't really know. I'm pretty sure they didn't lose since PAX Prime. I think that was a Black Ops 2 event, so that was a while ago. But Optic winning X Games kind of opened the door for other teams. Even though EG came back and won Anaheim, they lost to Gfinity. They only got placed top 8, which is their worst placing in a very long time, I believe. So it's anyone's game at this point. So going into UMG Dallas, I was expecting Envy to come out really hot, and I was expecting them to play very well, which they did. I was also expecting Optic Gaming to play pretty well, and that's another story. But we're gonna start it out. There's a lot of upsets going on. One of the teams I really want to talk about was Noble Vanquish, because they surprised me. They played so well the entire tournament. The guys on their team, they've been around for a while, not really known as much, but they've been around for a very long time, since the beginning of Black Ops 2, maybe even before then. But their roster consisted of Miyagi, Chino, Sender, and Slasher, and those guys have been around for a while. They haven't really placed like amazing or anything, so that's why people really don't know who they are, but they should know now because they played amazing. Their first match was against Curse, and they 3-0'd Curse, I'm pretty sure. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but they dominated Curse. It wasn't even close. They were just the domination, the search and destroy, and the blitz, just dominant. They played well, and Chino especially, a guy that has been around for a while, has always been a really good player, just needed the teammates to help him win. And he was going off all tournament long. They moved on to play Team Caliber, who had the number 2 seed going into the tournament. So it was expected for TK to take that series, and TK came out strong. They won the first map, I'm pretty sure, but after that it was all downhill for TK because Noble Vanquish won 3 in a row. They rattled them off. They won the search and destroy pretty handedly. The blitz was insane. I remember watching it, and the blitz was so crazy. It was insane. TK had a lead going into the second side of the blitz on Warhawk, and Noble Vanquish just made this comeback. And they ended up tying in the blitz, so they had to replay the map. And so they replayed the map, and actually Noble went up pretty early in the first side, and TK came back in the second side, but Noble actually ended up holding on, so they ended up winning the blitz. They took that momentum at the Dom and took that one too. The blitz was crazy. They went into some listen-ins with the players, which is a new thing for UMG, so they are getting a little bit more professional about it. They had a listen-in, and Sender was going off. He was yelling. He was just so hyped. And that really surprised me. So Noble going into Championship Sunday was in the winners bracket, and they would go on to face Team Envious, who pretty much destroyed everyone up until that point. So now I'm going to talk about Most Wanted. They played also really well at the tournament. They ended up, I'm pretty sure, placing 6th in the event, and they came in as the 8th seed, but really they were just a team that was quickly thrown together before the tournament started. So the only reason they really had that seed was because of their pro points with other teams. But they've played before. Besides Classic. Classic was the addition to Huddle, Spacely, and Slacked, who've been playing together for a while. They played in Black Ops 2 a lot. They were on Unite in Black Ops 2, who I'm pretty sure placed 2nd in MLG Dallas 2013. So
that's what I'm talking about, boy.
Or 2012. I don't remember which one it is. But they also played really well. They played Strictly Business in the first round. They pretty much destroyed Strictly Business. They beat him in Search, which, if those of you don't know, Fizzerp is on Strictly Business, and Fizzerp is one of the best Search players in the game, and he couldn't even beat Most Wanted in a Search game, and that's pretty crazy. Because really, that was the only game type I thought they could even take off Most Wanted. Most Wanted, I'm pretty sure 3-0'd him, maybe 3-1. I don't really remember, but yeah, Most Wanted, they moved on. They played Optic Nation next, who was the #1 seed because EG wasn't attending, so Optic Nation had the 2nd most pro points to get that first spot in the bracket. And Most Wanted came out with a fire. I'm pretty sure that it was either 3-0 or 3-1, and they beat Optic Nation, which was a shock to most people because Optic Nation had been playing really well as a team. They've been placing pretty good over the past events, like top 4s mostly. They placed 4th at Gfinity, so I was expecting them to win. They didn't actually win, and that was pretty crazy. So you got 2 teams that are in the winners bracket going into Sunday that really don't even, no one really expected them to be there. Slacked played amazing. He had a really good event. And then we go on to Optic Gaming. They beat their first match. It was an open bracket team called Excellence. They had a crazy comeback in the Search and Destroy. Ended up 3-0ing them, but the Search and Destroy, they were down 1-5, and they came all the way back and won at 6-5. And they went on to play Denial, who had beaten Vex. And Denial they outslayed Optic. It was as simple as that. Optic, I believe, won 1 map, I think. No, I don't even know. They might have won the Blitz, but Denial just shredded right through them, which was a shock to most people because Denial was also a team that had been thrown together. And they really were a weird team because they don't really have like set roles. They just kind of do their own thing, but they also, I don't know, it's really weird, but it works for them, obviously. And they came back the next day and played Envy in the winners bracket semis, I believe. And they 3-0'd Envy. I'm pretty sure they 3-0'd Envy. And they just kind of destroyed them. Envy was really looking like the dominant team. Formal was slaying his ass off at Gfinity, but for whatever reason, Denial, I'm pretty sure it's because Study really wanted to get that revenge. Envy dropped Study, who was also on Denial, and yeah, I think he just wanted that revenge. He brought that fire, and they ended up coming out on top. So they were in...
Are you done?
Actually, I think that was the winners' finals.
Oh, no,
wait. Yeah. That was the winners' finals. So they were in the grand finals no matter what. And I'm pretty sure that Envious beat Noble Vanquish to get to the winners' finals. So a lot of the losers bracket matches were off stream. It ended up being where it was Optic Nation versus Optic in the to get to top 3, I believe. And Optic Nation just... They took the game 1 down, which is not normal because Optic Gaming is supposed to have more slaying power, but Optic Nation just shredded in the first side, and Optic Gaming tried to make a comeback, and it was 1 neutral flag, I believe, that saved the game for Optic Nation, and they took the map 1, which is pretty shocking. And the Search and Destroy, I really expected Optic Nation to win that because that is their forte. Search and Destroy is their best game type. But it actually went to a 5-5. It was a really close game the whole time. and Killa calls this underground rush, and it worked perfectly. They stacked on B-bomb and ended up winning that offense. So they went up 2-0, and then that momentum carried through the blitz. It was a really close match, but Nation ended up winning that too. So they knocked out Optic Gaming. They went on to place top 3, and then they would lose to Envy. And Envy was back in the grand final, and Denial ended up 3-0ing them again in the grand final and winning, which was pretty crazy to me, honestly. Denial really isn't a team that I looked out for through this event, but they really proved me wrong. So if you guys enjoyed this commentary, make sure to check out the UMG VODs when they go up. Really, really great tournament, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.